Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you go back to my very first video when I dove into the foray of putting some Hyliion content out, my very first video I put out, I said, and I emphasized it, there's no guarantees. The only guarantee in this life is you're going to suffer. We're all going to suffer hardship and we're all going to suffer pain. There's no guarantees on investments. There's no guarantees on our health. There's no guarantees on our wealth. There's no guarantees on our relationships. I said it before, you can do absolutely everything right, everything by the book. You can eat the healthiest, you can exercise as much as you want, you can invest your heart and soul into a relationship. You can raise your children with the utmost intentions and with the best values you could possibly give them. But things can go awry, folks. Things can go awry. So, in the big scheme of things, an investment like Hyliion or any other one, it's not the end of the world if you lose some money on that investment. It's disappointing, of course, but life has disappointments. You can't put your heart and soul exclusively into an investment. And furthermore, if you are going to invest in something, you got to believe in the product. You got to know the product. Now, I invested in Hyliion back a few years ago because I understood the technology. I understood the mission. I understood the purpose of it. And I still do. I still believe in all of those things. I still believe in the ERX technology. I still believe in the mission. But sometimes things don't always go the way you foresee them. And you can't control it. You literally cannot control it. You can't control if a moose runs across in front of you, unless you live somewhere where there are no moose. But what I'm trying to say is, as far as Hyliion goes, I got money tied up in Hyliion, and I still believe in the technology. I still believe in the mission. I still believe it has potential. There's a plethora of factors that caused Hyliion to lose its value. Basically, there's some things that could have been controlled by the CEO and the higher up management in the company, but many other things that couldn't. My biggest disappointment, personally, with Hyliion, as at this point in the journey, is not necessarily the fact that it's not yet, and I use that as a keyword, being adopted by the market. The market for EVs, trucks, EV trucks, commercial transportation, it's suffering, man. In fact, the entire economy is suffering. The commercial transportation industry is suffering badly. So, in that aspect of things is beyond the company's control. The thing that disappoints me the most, and that I think, well, I know it was in a certain level of control, is being more forthright with the people that got you there, the people that financed you. So a lot of people are suffering bad because of the money they put into Hyliion. I mean bad. And I take that right back to the management of the company. There were things they knew along the way that, had they not been elusive with investors, it would have given investors the opportunity to make informed decisions. Every decision that we make in life is based on information, the information that's given to us. So Healy and his gang, the brass, the upper management, they provided us with information right up until the Dooner interview, where everything was still on track. It was rocky, but everything was on track. And then bang, a week later, they put a pin in the balloon and away she goes. That's not right. It's no matter how you slice it, that's not right. I do understand they did have an obligation and a desire not to cause panic to set in. And they wanted to bring the ERX, completed product to the market. They did that. I give them credit for that. But some honesty and forthrightness could really go a long way. I said it before, guys, there are no guarantees in this world. We're all going to suffer pain and hardship. And if you're suffering because of money that you lost in Hyliion, there's most other people out there that are suffering from something as well, whether it be money they lost in something else or in something else. But you got to stay on the horse. You got to stay in the journey of life. Because everything that happens in your life, from the bad to the good, is meant to be a learning experience. It has to be a learning experience. You got to believe in something bigger on the other side. Something bigger, something more purposeful to this life. I do. I know there's something bigger and there's something better on the other side. And I live with a purpose. There's times when I'm knocked down, I'm battered around, I'm smacked around, I'm beat around, just like everybody. But at the end of the day, I learn from that. Now, as far as my Hyliion investment goes, I'm down. I'm down big time, as are a lot of people. But I didn't sell it. I'm not going to sell it. I can't sell it at a 75% loss. I might as well ride it out and sell it at 100% loss. Am I going to sell some if I claw my way back to a respectable loss? Probably. Definitely not at a 75% loss. Now, as far as starting from when the news came out of the ERX being shelved, keep that in mind, it's shelved. It's not dead, but it's shelved. For who knows how long? 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? I don't know. But I had some extra cash and I was able to buy some, $500 worth of shares, or 500 shares, 600 shares at 55 cents. Now they're in a separate tranche from my main Hyliion holding. With those ones for 55 cents, if I see a buck on those, or $1.10, I'll probably sell those. Double my money on that small holding. But as far as my biggest tranche goes, I'm down 75%. I'm just going to set that aside, man, and just like I never had it to begin with. But if you sunk everything that you had to spare into one thing, that's got to be a lesson learned for you. I have compassion for everybody. There's lots of people in worse situations, but take everything as a lesson in life. Dust yourself off. Become stronger for it. Become wiser. Most importantly, wiser. And keep trucking on. If you got a roof over your head and food in your stomach, you're doing better than probably 75% of the planet. The planet's in rough shape right now. So count your blessings. You lost some money on a stock? It's not the end of the world. Count your blessings and be thankful for those blessings. And more will come. That's all I got. Stay in the saddle. Don't sweat the small stuff. And always believe in something bigger, a bigger purpose. And be thankful for what you have. And live for something bigger. Take care. Stay in the saddle.